Excellencies, representatives of the Government of India, distinguished participants of the forum, invited guests, Assalamu alaikum, Pulavinaka, and a big namaste from our beautiful islands of Fiji. I'm indeed honored to be able to address this forum on such an important topic, especially given my own heritage and ties with your beautiful country. I must express my sincere gratitude to the Indian Council for Cultural Relations and the Indian High Commission in Fiji for giving me this opportunity. I must put on record my appreciation to the Indian High Commissioner and his team for working with the Fijian government in strengthening our bilateral cooperations and of course our relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, the soft power of India, in my opinion, is surely its diaspora and how it cuts across and spreads across the globe. And together with these diasporas, a little bit of India is in every part of the world, including my beautiful country. As someone of Indian heritage and as a member of the Indian diaspora in Fiji, this makes me extremely proud to have my roots in such a rich culture and in a land where diversity works alongside unity. India is a marvel. Let me repeat that. India is a marvel. So advanced and progressive in so many industries, yet so humble and grounded in traditions, yet also fast changing for the betterment of our people and young people in terms of technology and development. It is my pleasure to be able to share our side of your soft power, which is the Indian diaspora in Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian diaspora in Fiji was established upon the arrival of the indentured laborers who worked in Fiji during the British era. More than 60,000 Indians arrived in Fiji between 1879 and 1916. Later, after the abolishment of the indenture system, they were given an opportunity to settle in Fiji under an agreement, and many chose Fiji as their home, while some also returned. I am proud to be one of the descendants of those indentured laborers who decided to make Fiji their home. Almost over 140 years ago, our ancestors left their roots to embark on a new journey many miles away from India to explore prospects. And it is such a matter of pride that despite withering great storms and challenges and hardships as indentured laborers, they persisted, they struggled to keep their heritage alive. The presence of our tradition and culture today in Fiji is a testament of the strong foundation our ancestors laid on us hundreds of years ago, and I pay my respect to all our indentured laborers who came to Fiji. The foundation of our culture and tradition is so strong and ingrained so deep that even today, amazingly, the 6th generation born in Fiji continues to value the sanskar passed on from our ancestors. I wear my sari proudly, knowing that it represents our history and culture, and that when I speak as a Minister for Women and Children and Poverty Alleviation nationally, regionally, and even at international stage, I represent women in leadership and symbolically represent Indian women to leadership. Our cultures unites us and empowers us wherever we are. The Indian diaspora in today's Fijian community is presented with equal rights and citizenry through our 2013 Constitution, which was made possible under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Vorenge Bainimarama. Societal respect and religious freedom is a predominant feature of Fiji as a nation, and I'm proud to be part of that. This is reflected in Fiji's status of being a secular state, which has allowed the Indian community to be deeply rooted to our culture and tradition. We may be 11,609 kilometers away from our roots, which is where you are now, but we hold our values and cultures very dear. Ladies and gentlemen, our mornings here in Fiji also begins with prayers before leaving our house, and our nights are surrounded with our loved ones as we sit and eat together as our indentured laborers did. Be it our sari, our roti, our masaladar sabzi, dokla, sevaya, idli, or the rotis that we have here. It reminds us of our roots. It reminds us of the soft power of India. Indian cuisine, Indian music, Indian clothes and Indian festivals are very much part of our lives. Indian culture lives in us through our way of life and is shared with all. In Fiji, everyone enjoys Diwali, everyone enjoys Eid, sweets, lights and all Indian festivities. We concluded our Navratri prayers just 2 days ago. And with much humbleness and pride I say that there is a peaceful coexistence of multi-cultures in Fiji. Various local diaspora associations and socio-cultural and religious organizations are actively involved in promoting the Indian culture, running of charitable groups, schools, universities, with roles of community development, relief, aid, education advancements, and nation building. Example, we have the Fiji Muslim League, the Sanatan Dharam Pratidhi Sabha, the Sangam organization, just to name a few. Today, there are over 2,000 Ramayana Mandalis in Fiji. Every Tuesday, these Mandalis in their respective areas come together and recite verses. Further to this, ladies and gentlemen, very vibrantly, passionately and proudly we celebrate Diwali, Eid, Holi, Ram Navami, Krishna Janmashtami, Ganesh Chaturthi, Navratri and Baisakhi, again to name a few. We usually don't celebrate these festivals alone. For most celebrations, our local communities also participate, as in Fiji. Eid and Diwali are national holidays where every Fijian celebrates in their own way with their families and friends. Our children are given the opportunity to fully embrace and learn about other culture through dances, drama, culture classes and school-based religious celebrations. I strongly believe language is intrinsic to the expression of culture. It is the most initial aspect of life we learn as growing human beings, and it is the most significant intangible aspect of our culture that we will always have present within us, no matter where life takes us. Our language lives within us and it breathes through us. I am actually very proud to say that in comparison to other countries where Indians were taken under indenture system, we in Fiji have preserved our language to a great extent. Our school curriculum has conversational Hindi included in that, so that our children do not forget our culture. Since most people in the Indian diaspora had come to Fiji from Hindi-speaking areas of central India, Hindi is widely spoken in Fiji. It is recognized as a national language. We have Hindi version of the Fijian national anthem, and the Fijian constitution has also been translated in Hindi. Hindi is also taught at school and university level. Hindi newspapers and many Hindi radio stations are operational in Fiji. They are one of the most popular entertainment platforms of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, Indian films and TV serials are very popular in Fiji, acting as agents to promote the Indian culture through entertainment. Amitabh Bachchan ji is one of the famous in India. And I think every individual in Fiji, when you talk about Amitabh Bachchan ji, they know who he is. Series like Pavitra Rishta is a household phenomenon, widely appreciated by the local Fijian community, which has helped develop a good understanding of the Indian culture locally. If you walk around the streets, Manav, the name Manav and Archana is a household name. Today, we make up about 40% of the Fijian population, of course, which has declined over the years, especially due to migration. But Fiji still remains the little India of the region. We may be out of India physically, but our roots have kept us connected to the great land, and we must continue to be proud of our heritage. For culture and traditional practices that could not be passed on to us by our ancestors, the internet age has come as a breakthrough. There is so much we are learning from internet and adopting as we go along. To be a good citizen of our heritage is more important than being the citizen of any nation per se. That way, no matter where we live or what we are called, we execute the human values taught by our heritage in crafting a society that treats each one with respect and integrity, with the vision of betterment for all people equally. Sure enough, the support that the Government of India through the Indian High Commission in Fiji has consistently provided us is remarkable, and we look forward to cementing our relationships further in doing more great things for our people. I render my gratitude to the Indian High Commission of India to Fiji and Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center in Suva for their promotional efforts and we highly value your contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, culture makes people understand each other better. And if we understand each other better, it is easier to overcome the economic and political barriers that restricts us. So let's continue to break barriers through building understanding, peace and values. With these words, I once again commend the work of the Indian Council for Cultural Relationship and the Indian High Commission in Fiji for keeping that Indian culture and every person of Indian heritage in the world, for embracing and promoting India's soft power by keeping the Indian culture alive. And I thank you for that.